Wow, guys, welcome back here. Today, I think it's hard not to talk about NURO because yesterday NURO was up 200%. I did two measly trades on it yesterday because I was done trading for the day. I sat back down to do some work and I realized it was popping up. I kind of FOMO traded a little bit and then I realized what I was doing and I pretty much stopped trading it. And then it continued to pretty much run another 100%. I was trading it in like the 80 to 90% range on the day when it was up. Today, it continues that rally, but right now NURO is actually halted and it's looking pretty nasty. So we'll talk about this one first and then I'll talk about my other two tickers and then we'll pretty much wrap up. I really want to be focusing on NURO right now because it's halted. I want to talk a little bit about where I think it might go and what we often see tickers like this do. So first of all, like many of you guys already follow me on my portfolio, if you go to tradejournal.co/Winkler and then my profile, you can go to the unlimited portfolio, and this is where I always post my watch list every single day for totally free. And I was talking about this NURO right out of the gates. This ticker, U.S. company, 38%, 80 million market cap, 4 million float in the medical industry. Now, they're up on news from yesterday because they got a big FDA approval. Those are some of my favorite tickers. FDA approvals, sometimes catalysts with a company that has some sort of deal with the government or some other large company, like let's say a small cap has a deal with Google or Apple or the U.S. government. Those are like really my favorite kind of catalyst because let's say a catalyst like a good earnings where earnings are up 50%. They're so quickly priced in and they just don't have that explosive growth. But these kind of catalysts are really, really nice to see. Not to mention, we've been seeing really good multi-day runners here, which I was talking about. Let me see. I'm kind of zoomed in already, but let me zoom in a little bit more. So multi-day runners, big catalyst, 4 million float. That's exactly what we're usually looking for. Everything is looking pretty good and dandy. And not to mention, if you guys are totally new here and you just come to my slides and checklist, what I'm typically looking for, you can see I'm looking for stocks that are ideally below $10 million. So this is, right on the money with a news catalyst, strong spike history. Now, what got me a little bit sketched out about this ticker is long-term, it's a very nasty chart, and we'll go to the chart in a second. But we have been seeing multi-day runners. So I was like, okay, maybe it's going to be a one-day gapper, but lately we've been seeing these multi-day runners, so we'll probably have a second day. Anyway, my worry was offering could happen anytime on this ticker. And I think this is a big reason I didn't go ahead and trade it today. Important to keep in mind, we could see a splurge of sympathy tickers through traders looking for the next NURO. I think I had some spelling grammar issues right here. But anyway, I was basically like saying, we're going to have probably a lot of sympathy plays similar to NURO, and that's what I would kind of rather keep an eye on as opposed to NURO itself, because sometimes I get a little bit nervous when these tickers are extended. This is CEMI right now. We'll talk about it in a little bit, giving me a little bit of FOMO here. So let's go to NURO, which right around 9:32 was halted. Then it actually opened up after a 20-minute halt, which surprised the heck out of me. 20-minute halts is very unusual. Usually it's like a 5-minute halt, 10-minute halt, and then after 10-minute halt, then it's like 30 minutes, an hour. I don't know, 20-minute halts is quite an unusual thing. Anyway, it is halted here to the upside, 30%, another rally here. To me, I'm a little bit too antsy trading this ticker because I am really expecting this ticker to come out with an offering. And that's because tickers like this always do the same thing, right? If we go here to the weekly chart, you can see this ticker has done many reverse splits. So it was never at $474,000. It was never at that price. It basically does reverse splits every time it goes below $1. Does like a 1 to 10 reverse split, so the price goes back to $1, and so they don't get delisted. That's the whole point. Because if a stock goes below $1, it gets delisted. It gets like a 6-month notice to get it back above $1. So then that's when the pump and dumps come and all that other fun stuff, reverse splits, yada yada. So this ticker pretty much only goes in one direction, and that is to the downside. So that's why I'm already a little bit skeptical here. It has a low float because they do reverse splits, and then to pump up their float again, they'll do dilution to raise capital, and it's just the same story over and over again. So I'm usually not crazy about day trading these on the second day. But anyway, look at this run today. We've literally passed through every major support level I could have possibly thought of. Now, it always looks a little bit hectic in these zones, when you have so many red lines. But at the first, when you're dealing in this small area, it makes sense, and then usually I'll go ahead and start deleting these lines as we start making our ways higher. But the last area I was looking for was like 19.5 and then maybe $20, because we had a lot of intense zones in here. And now the next zone I'm looking at is maybe like 23, 28. Obviously we're blowing through that right now, and then around 30, getting close to which we are approaching. So it's crazy how quick this ticker is rallying here, and that's the beauty of these 4 million floats. Now, am I going to be trading NURO? Probably not, because once the ticker starts halting back to back, I have a really hard time trading it. I have a hard time managing my risk, because all that needs to happen is this ticker halts to the downside, and boom, you're down 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%, sometimes 60, 70%. I've been stuck in many halts, many offerings in my years of trading, and over time I've realized it's just not really my trading style, and I just rather not do it. So me trading NURO, probably not going to happen from here on out. But if I was going to guess where it was going to go, I would just keep watching it, see if it starts, keeps trending up. And every time we start approaching big time resistance, like these zones where there's clear pivots, see support here, we bounce off of that, we break through it. Now it's a retest zone, so now it's new resistance. So every time we approach those areas, that's where I would be looking to take profits. And otherwise, if there was normal trading around those areas, I would look for those areas as support. So that's how I would go ahead and trade NURO from here. But me personally, I think it's just better not to touch. And that's what I've been thinking all day. So I would love to hear what you guys are going to do on NURO, or what you guys are doing. Were you guys in the halt? Let me know in the comments below. I always love hearing those stories. Or if you're in the Discord, just leave it there. Also, don't forget, in the Discord, we have the wall of glory and the wall of shame. I love seeing what you guys have there at the end of the day, or just a really good trade, or a really, catastrophic trade that we could all learn from. So don't forget to post in the wall of glory and wall of shame as well. What did I do today? Well, I'm up $900 today. Not like a huge day, but it all came from one trade. Well, kind of like 3 trades, but basically one trade I made like $900, and the other 2 trades I made $100, and like I lost $100, and it's pretty much break even. But yeah, so all this profit pretty much came from one trade, and that was CEMI. And the reason I was so stoked to trade CEMI is because this ticker had also a long-term sell-off. And what I liked about this ticker is we had a huge support here at $4, and we had very clear resistance at 5. So that's already a big point that I liked. And now where is this? Yeah, the stats perfect. Has a catalyst. And big order, more than half the market cap. Yeah, so they got a big order here from Brazil. So I was already talking about that in the beginning of this video. I love big orders from governments or other large companies when these small caps get those kind of orders. So I was pretty stoked on this company. Pre-market, it was selling off. Multi-day, it's been selling off. But I did notice there's huge time support down here. And that's when we had a morning panic. I really edged into this trade. And, I went in with like $16,000, and I sold on this first pop. Where it was like a 5 or 6% gain. I could have held here a little bit longer, but I was a little antsy we would sell off, and I actually wanted to rebuy. Then I bought a dip here. This was a small loss, and I bought this dip here. This was a small win. The reason I didn't end up trading this area is, 1, I was making the video, and then 2, I was not really expecting that we would have such a nice reversal already. I mean, this is a really nice pop here and good volume coming in as well. But I was honestly expecting, you could see here pre-market, big support coming in here. We had a retest around 373 twice, and I was thinking, okay, well, maybe we're going to kind of break this double bottom. It's going to be a messy double bottom. We're going to find big support here, and then we're going to have that big rally. So that's what I was waiting for. When that didn't happen, I was like, okay, I think I'm done trading for today. And then I was like, all right, time to make a little bit of a recap video here. And that's just, how simple it is. I like to trade, I get aggressive, be patient. And then when I no longer see what I'm waiting for, then I've realized the best thing to do is just walk away. I mean, that's as simple as it is. I did trade also MEDS. This ticker was, I don't know, there was opportunity in it, but it wasn't my favorite ticker. It's not, my trade's not popping up here. Let me pull it up again. Sometimes that helps. Yeah, there it is. So I was trading this front side move here. Kind of got shaken out. I kind of edged into it right around here, but I didn't hold it long enough, and I don't know. By this part, there was big resistance at the top, and I didn't really feel confident about trading this ticker. I even said in the Discord, I feel like there's room to fall down to 6 and then 5.5, so I never even considered trading this ticker in this area. I know Colby was actually saying that there was big support in this area, and he was looking to get long on it, and that's when I was like, oh man, I still feel like there's a bunch of downside. So, oftentimes you guys call these moves out a lot better than me, but I just, usually like to take my trading very risk averse, and today I think it paid the bills. Although honestly, I probably should have got a little bit more aggressive with the CEMI right after it started showing a little bit of support back in this area. And I freaking look at this thing; it's just absolutely running right now. I would be really cautious here in the 4-8 in the 5 territory because this is where we already had a big top, and then just long term, there's a lot of resistance on this ticker. But right now, the market is heating up a little bit after a very slow April, after a very slow May. And then even pretty slow June. And this month was like 50-50. Like some weeks were strong, or some days were strong, some days were a little weaker. It wasn't like super consistent. Anyway, guys, that's my analysis. NURO, you probably can bet I'm not going to be touching it. CEMI, I might trade it. I don't know. Overall, I'm kind of done here, so usually when I'm done, it's best to walk away because like half my brain's already like mentally somewhere else, and then the second I'm down like 100, 200 or like 1, 2, 3%, then I'm like and I'm just giving back profit. So that's why I usually don't like coming back. But well, there is good opportunity, so maybe I wrap up today just a tad bit too early. I don't know. It's hard to say. Anyway, guys, don't forget to drop a like on the way out. It's the easiest way to support the channel. Consider subscribing if you're new, and like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.